I got a lot of stuff. We never judge a book by its cover over here, so that's not a word. What's that word that I'm looking for? Hey guys, welcome back to Kriss Beauty. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christina. Some of you call me Kriss, others Tina. Whatever you prefer, girl, that's fine with me. Alright you guys, in today's video, I am so excited. I know I say that in every single video, but I'm actually really excited because I am testing out super duper cheap makeup. Hopefully the quality is not cheap, but I'm actually going to be testing out makeup from Shop Miss A. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's mainly known for like its $1, $2, $3 makeup, and I actually had someone actually recommend this video or this type of video to me months ago. And girl, I'm sorry, I'm just getting around to it, and I actually just went ahead and I ordered, and I am just surprised by so many like products that were on there. I'm so ready. So if you're not subscribed to Kriss Beauty, go ahead and do so. Turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my updates, and let's get started. All right you guys, so I received this huge order from Shop Miss A. So like I said earlier, Shop Miss A is basically a very inexpensive makeup brand. I believe they go by the brand AOA Studio, if I'm not mistaken. Please check me in the comments if I am mistaken. But I went ahead and I scrolled through their website and they had a bunch of stuff. So I picked out like a full face of makeup. Like I picked out multiple products, and I'm so freaking excited. All right, so before we get into actually what we got, I ordered from shopmissa.com, and this order was placed 7 days ago. So that was September 30th. Oh yo, I got a lot of stuff and it came out super cheap. So I ordered September 30th and it shipped out the next day, and it got here yesterday. Yesterday was October 6th, so it took about a week to get here, 6 days to a week, which is not bad, especially with everything going on. I ordered a plethora of stuff. I spent a total of $59.19. The shipping was free. We love free anything, so that was really nice. So I'm just gonna like lay this all out right here. I'm gonna be doing the full face today, and I have like nothing on my face besides moisturizer. Yes, this is the first time that I'm moisturizing in about a week. Hey, depression. Ooh. Wow. And it keeps going. You guys, I mean, literally, I have so much stuff. Oh, and by the way, I didn't use a discount code at all. Like, this is literally how much like everything came up to, $59, which is beautiful. And oh, you guys, if you don't know that you can use the Klarna app to pay in 4 increments, please check that out. I'm not sponsored, by the way. If they sponsor me, I love you for it, but Klarna is great. Klarna is what I use. Anyways, so I have a bunch, like literally a bunch of stuff, like anything from primer to setting powder. I got a bunch of lashes right here, which, oh my god. So everything is nicely packaged. I have to say the packaging does look a little bit like Dollar Tree, dollar store, 99-cent store kind of vibes, but we never judge a book by its cover over here. We always make it work, and that's what we're gonna do today. So let's just start off with primer. For primer, I got this AOA Studio Aqua Hydrating Face Primer. They had a couple of primers like for mattifying and things like that. I have super dry skin, of course. I get eczema, you know, the whole nine. So I was like, you know what, let me go for a hydrating sort of primer. I'm not sure exactly how much this was, but I'll leave everything in the description down below, so always check my links. I will give you guys price points. So this is the Aqua Hydrating Face Primer. I only have moisturizer on and like some lip mask situation, and let's just get to it. Okay, so this is not sealed. Let's just point that out. Oh, it smells very cucumber-esque. So that's not a word. I make things up. Let's get over it. So yeah, I am moisturized. Let me go ahead and apply this. Ooh, it kind of feels like a water cream, like immediately. So yeah, the scent is not bad at all. It does smell like cucumber, and it just smells really nice and fresh. It's not overwhelming at all. So that's already like an A+ for me. Ooh, it feels really nice, really nice, really, really nice, and hydrating. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna put that to the side because I will actually use that again. It just feels super nice. My skin feels so soft and like not oily, and it's actually leaving like a tacky finish, which I definitely appreciate. I actually have these two beauty blenders. One of them is from AOA Studio. It says the pricing here, but I don't know if that's the exact pricing. But this is the Mochi Wonder Blender. Says it was $1.88, pretty sure it was. And then this is from AOA Studio as well. This is the Wonder Blender High Def Makeup Sponge. All right, so this is what they both look like. I'm not sure which one I want to go with, so I'm gonna go ahead and wet both of them and we'll kind of like just see as we go. Ooh, so they're like super soft and they expand really, really nicely. This one's a little more dense than this one, but they're both like, ooh, incredibly soft. So I'm gonna set that to the side. All right, you guys, so what we're actually gonna do today is we're gonna start off with the face, of course. But the way that I usually apply my foundation, contour, and all that good stuff, I actually like to contour first before I apply foundation. If you guys didn't check out my foundation routine or my base routine, go ahead, I'll link that down below. What I actually have is the AOA Sculpt FX contour stick. I love a good contour stick, but it can be a little tricky because, you know, I don't do the usual like foundation, then contour, then highlight. I do like the reverse. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this. This is in the shade Sunkiss 3033 Sunkiss. Okay, the color's okay. It's nice and creamy. So I'm gonna go ahead and contour the face. Pigment's really nice, actually. I love me a good contour stick because it's very convenient. Contour sticks are very convenient, so hopefully this one works out really nicely. It's not too waxy either. There's a lot of good pigment. It is a little smaller than usual, like than I would like for it to be, but honestly the pigment is just like really nice. So hopefully this blends out really well and we can use it in the future as well. Let me move on to concealer. I picked up so many different types of things for like each category. So like for contour I have one thing, but for concealer I have multiple things. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, so for concealer I picked out the medium to full coverage natural finish liquid concealer from AOA Studio. This one is supposed to be non-drying, creamy, long wearing, good for all skin types. We'll see about that. And this one's in Fair Ivory, and then I got the one in Porcelain. I like to have like two different types of concealers that I use. I usually use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo concealers. I don't know how hydrating these are gonna be, but I like to use two different types of concealers because I like to have sort of like a yellowish or like skin tone type base, and then like a lighter, like, you know, highlighting one. All right, y'all, so this is what they look like outside of the package. The tubing is really cute. Let's see how they actually look. So this one is Porcelain, is definitely the lighter of the two, I'm guessing. It is very creamy. It's supposed to be non-drying. Let's see. It does have this tiniest bit of like a caramel sort of like candy scent, but it's nothing overwhelming. Ooh, okay. And this one is Fair Ivory. So I think the shades are actually really like good. I'm glad I picked a yellow tone one and a sort of like pale one. I'm really liking Fair Ivory. So this is what they look on the back of the hand. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply them. I don't know how drying or non-drying they're gonna be, so I'm gonna go along the routine that I usually do. I'm gonna apply them now and then we're gonna go into foundation. All right, y'all, so I'm taking Fair Ivory. That's the only thing about like tubing or packaging like this. It's like, how do we apply the product correctly? All right, so I have Fair Ivory down. I'm gonna go ahead and place Porcelain just like around where I placed the other concealer. Oh god, you guys. Okay, so I'm just noticing on the back of my hand where I placed the concealers down, they seem to be getting like a little muddy, a little tacky. I don't know, they're kind of changing colors. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they're kind of turning pink. I'm scared. I'm officially scared. Okay, so let's actually move on to foundations. I usually like to let my concealer sort of sit and build its coverage, and then, you know, we figure out the foundation. So my go-to foundation is Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth in the shade 220 is my summer shade, and I believe I want to say 125. No, not 125. That's too light. One something is my regular shade. But overall, I love the Maybelline Dewy and Smooth. Well, I did pick out 2 different types of foundation. They had like a whole bunch of options for foundation, but I'm very particular when it comes to foundation because I don't want it to be too drying. And I do prefer it to be more on the hydrating, buildable side. So I have this AOA Studio Pro Wear Full Coverage Foundation. We love a good full coverage moment. This is in the shade Pure Beige. And then I have the AOA Studio Buildable Satin Foundation. It kind of reminds me of like the NYX foundation. And this is in the shade Sand. So let's go ahead and swatch these really quick. Okay, so this one right here, I just placed this on the back of my hand and the color is orange. She's orange, but I've dealt with worse, so I'm not gonna judge her. She seems like she's spackle, like full coverage queen. I'm kind of scared because this one is a little darker, like in the tubing. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, and it comes with a drop. Oh darling, just as I suspected, it is very similar. Oh, this one is more watery. This one is this Buildable Satin Foundation. This one is definitely more watery. It doesn't feel like this one at all, like not even close in comparison. So this is definitely buildable. Oh, it has like a nice pleasant smell, like ever so slight hint of a scent. They're actually really similar in shade. They're not the same exact shade, but they're very similar. Oh, this one smells like something you would like what is it, like something you would use to like add to spackle. You like actual spackle, like covering up a hole in the wall. Like it smells very like a little chemically. So there's that. But I'm not sure which one I want to use actually. How about we use both? You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use both. All right, so first I'm gonna take this foundation. This is the Pro Wear Full Coverage Foundation, and I'm gonna use it on this side right here. And I really don't use much foundation when I'm doing this sort of like contour, reverse contour situation. So I'm gonna take just a little on the back of my hand, and I have my damp sponge here. I want to see how this looks on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and begin down here. Alright, so I'm beginning to buff out this contour with a little, like very little bit of foundation. I have to say the contour is moving pretty nicely. It was sitting probably for 5 minutes, and it's definitely not like fading into nothing, but it's not like sticking to my skin either. It does take a little bit of finagling, but it's not like horrible. I do want to add just a little bit more of this foundation. And honestly, the color is really not that bad. Yeah, so the color's not that bad. It does look a little orange. I don't know, I expected it to be a little bit more like, it's definitely full. I would say like medium to full. Like you can definitely build it up. So I'm gonna go ahead with this side, and this is the more like watery sort of foundation. So I'm actually gonna switch sponges, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this sponge right here. So this definitely, I mean, a little does not go a long way with this foundation. Like you need like enough, because I barely touch this and it's pretty much blending like almost into nothing. But let's see. Alright guys, so this foundation is actually like nicer than I thought it was gonna be. It is more like skin-like, but you can definitely like build it up, which I kind of tried to do up here. But it is more on the, I don't know, like it seems like it would be, it does say that it is satin, but it seems to be more, I don't know, glowy. Like this is something that I would use if I just want to like a light beat, but you can definitely build it up. I'm gonna go ahead and actually finish blending. And again, this one, it is very similar to the other shades, so it is a little bit more on the orange side, but once I blend out this highlight, we should be good. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and begin blending out this highlight to see what it looks like. It's been sitting, oh God, Lord baby Jesus. She's been sitting for maybe a good minutes, and I don't know, she's angry, but she's gonna take a minute to finagle. Ooh, darling. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys can see that, but my forehead is already breaking up. She's upset. I'm gonna have to, let me just spray this down for a second. Gotta give her that. Some concealers just don't work well, you know, just sitting. Like, they have to be blended almost immediately. Oh god, you see that? Look at how hard it is to blend that. And the color, my god. Okay, so I'm actually gonna take some foundation and I'm going to try to loosen that up. Look at that. She is angry. She's angry, but she's full coverage, darling. Oh my goodness. She's full coverage. Wow. Just taking some foundation. Oh god, she's looking like, we were looking like a ghost. Oh my god. I have to like move. I have to keep moving. Look at how I look. I look absolutely fucking ridiculous. Excuse my French. But she's looking, wow. Do you see that? Oh my god. I'm so scared to blend this. Shoot, this coverage is crazy. Wow. Alright y'all, so the nose contour is having a hard time because my nose is like probably the driest part out of my entire face. So she doesn't respond well like at all to this right here. This concealer is actual like spackle that you can use to fix your house. Like, let me tell you something. This shit right here is super full coverage. I'm gonna go ahead and take this more satiny or oily based or hydrating based foundation. This is the Buildable Satin Foundation, and I'm just gonna try to like blend this up and like really fix this up. I'm taking some on the back of my hand. She's just, wow, we are just completely full coverage today apparently. Look at how high this is going. Like, this can, oh my goodness, I just really played myself. I really played myself. I'm gonna have to add some contour because she's getting lost. Absolutely. Like, look how far this freaking concealer could go. Oh my goodness. You know what's the crazy part though? I would use it again. I would use it again. Oh my god. Ooh, I'm looking ghostly, but we looking a little bit better. Let me just go ahead and like try to recontour a little bit and just get my life together because that concealer, I have no words. I have no words. Okay, so that contour definitely works nicely like over foundation as well. It does not blend out to nothing. Like, it actually gives you like some pigment, which I really like. Look at that. That concealer is definitely breaking up. I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, but she's having a hard time for sure, which is expected. Like, I knew around the nose, you know what, it was gonna be a little bit much, but I was really holding out some hope. Alright you guys, so I have everything blended out, hopefully to perfection, because there's a lot going on right now. I mean, I am shocked, I'm appalled. Let's just save it. But I did actually pick out these, I guess these are like cream blushes. I kind of don't remember even picking them out, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm not like a cream blush type of girl, but these look like really cute on the site. What I do know about cream blush is that sometimes cream blush can be a little tricky when the face is already set, which by the way, I'm not set yet. I'll show you guys what we're about to set with in a second. And I picked out these two cream blushes, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually apply them before we set because I'm afraid that they're gonna pick up my actual makeup and remove it once it's set. So this one is the, which by the way, the packaging feels kind of like, you hear that? Feels a little like it could fall out. But anyways, this was in the shade Honey. Okay, she's cute. I thought she was gonna be a little darker, but she's not. And this one right here is in the shade, oh, and it smells like sort of like baby powder, but this one's in the shade Rose. Okay, the coverage is like there, you know. I really like this one. I kind of want to mix and match both of them actually. The shade Honey I'm gonna start off with. They don't seem like they would like move much though, which is kind of nice because you don't want something like that's too oily based and like kind of picking up your makeup. So I'm gonna start off with this one. I'm gonna apply her right up here. I'm just gonna use my blender to sort of like move this. This is kind of hard to move, I'm not gonna lie. Like it's not really, you know, losing its pigment, which is not a bad thing. It's actually a pretty nice thing. I'm like, do I have to warm this up on the back of my hand? So this is what Honey's looking like. You can definitely build her up. Okay, so Honey is really cute. I really like her. She's not like, there's not a lot of sheen, which is really nice. I thought it was gonna be like one of those like balmy type, like oily based blushes, but it's actually really nice. I'm gonna take Rose a little bit. Rose is like definitely more purpley and it has some glitter in it. We're gonna take Rose. I'm gonna see how she looks. I'm gonna take some on the nose. Alright you guys, so these blushes are actually very nice. I'm surprised at the pigment and it's just, I don't know, I love it. So let's just go ahead and set the face. I kind of searched high and low for like a good setting powder. I'm always nervous to like go into different setting powders because I love me my Airspun or my Wet n Wild setting powder, but they kind of had those like setting powders that were like, they were skin tone like and they were out of the shade in my skin tone, so I had to settle for this AOA Studio Perfect Finishing Press Powder. This is translucent. Oh god, I'm like completely terrified. I mean, it's coming off kind of white. Oh god, I'm like scared. Yeah, I'm scared. But we're gonna set the face. We have to set the face, right? Let me blend this. I still have blush on my nose. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna take some on here. I know you guys can see that. Oh god, I'm like terrified. Alright, so this is definitely leaving like a white cast. You can see it, but let me tell you something. I'm seeing some smoothing effects, which is point, right? Alright, I'm looking pretty ghostly, but hopefully, you know, she could come together. Even though the color is not ideal and I'm looking like pretty scary right now, it is very like smoothing. I have to say that. Okay, so there's definitely gonna be like flashback. Let me go ahead and take, I don't know, something for the face. Oh lordy. Yeah, I have brushes here too, by the way. Let me actually see. First of all, doesn't this look like the James Charles like artistry situation, which I have, by the way? Like, come on, you guys. Why do people do this? Let me actually see if there's any face. Nope, there's no face brushes here. But we're gonna test these out in a second. I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush and I just wanna like try to wipe some of this away. I just cannot believe how ghostly I look right now. I just want to make sure everything's set so that way when we start bronzing, you know, we look decent. Right, so the face is set. I'm not really sure how I look on camera, but in person, I look like Halloween is around the corner, right? So what I want to move on to is some powder blush, even though you could still see the blush, which is like awesome. I want to move on to some powder blush, some bronzer, some powder bronzer. So I do have a couple of products for each of those situations. I have this Flawless Cream to Powder. Oh god, is this cream to powder foundation? Ew. I know why I picked this out. I picked this out because I couldn't find a freaking I couldn't find a bronzer that would like look like this. So I was like, oh okay, so I'll use this. And oh god, why did I pick this out? So I have this situation for maybe like a bronzer, but I do have the Shaping and Strobing Face Contouring and Highlighting Kit. We'll see what this looks like in a second. All right, so this is what it looks like. The shade doesn't look bad actually, but I kind of want to play with this. Is this bad that I'm just, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and just do it. This is supposed to be, well, this is cream, but then when you touch it, yeah, I don't know, it kind of like dries up, which is kind of cool. If I should be doing this, you know what, let's go ahead and do it. Let's do it, why not? All right, so I'm gonna take this brush right here and I'm just gonna see what this looks like. Oh, by the way, this is in the shade Chestnut. Okay. Oh gosh, she's pigmented. Just need something to warm up the face a little bit. Alright, I know this looks a hot mess right now, but just give me a second. Alright, I'm just gonna take my blender and try to like blend this out. It's just a very unique sort of formula, so I don't really know if I should be taking a brush or what. So I just want to contour my nose. Alright, so I'm definitely like, my smile lines are, you know, she's making her debut already. I just want to point that out. This situation is like I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is good. I don't know, but I look crazy in person. So we're just gonna continue to move on. So what I am gonna take is this Sculpting and Contour like kit right here. I'm gonna take this shade right here. And this is a matte shade, by the way. And I'm just gonna continue to bronze the face. Wow, okay, so this is fully like a full orange moment. Okay. Wow, okay, this is highly like pigmented. I literally look crazy. Like, I promise you, if you're new to my channel, I'm not like, I don't do makeup this bad. It's just looking crazy. Oh my god, everything's like literally looking like nuts right now. So I guess there's like a few highlight-ish shades. This one is like sparkle. This is definitely to like highlight the face, kind of. It has like a couple of glitter specks, but we're not going to use that one. I want to just see what this one does. I'm afraid, but you know what, I already look like a mess, so why not? So I'm looking very powdery. I'm looking very orange. That bronzer seemed like more of a blush shade. And I have like 2 blushes that I need to test out, which is scary because I already look everything's falling. But I already look very like crazy. But I just have to test these out anyways. So this is the Amuse Cosmetics blush. This is the blush trio. And I don't know, I guess I just went crazy with the blush because this is like my 2nd or 3rd blush that I'm trying out. But it looked cute. Came with this situation. Why do people, first of all, why do companies, makeup companies, put this in like the packaging? What is it supposed to do? Like, I literally cannot do anything with this, like at all. It comes with like the tiniest, like, I guess this would be a mirror, I don't know. These shades are actually really cute. This is what they look like. I would actually use them, like, aside from this hot mess of a look today. They're not really powdery. Well, yeah, they're kind of powdery, honestly, but I'm actually excited to try them. This one is like really cute. This one has shimmer in it. I don't know, I'm not a shimmery type of blush person. And then I did pick out this blush duo. This blush duo is from Amuse Cosmetics as well, and this thing just comes off. It's not, I don't understand. But this is like super pink. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I had just like blush on the brain. I don't know, but I am going to, I guess I'll just add this blush. And I don't know, you guys, I have a lot of like shit on my face already, so we'll see. Oh my god. And then the pigment is just crazy. Like, that's one thing I could say is the pigment, I mean, of these products are like outstanding. Oh my god, I look nuts, like literally. I literally barely touched the blush. It looks, I'm gonna go ahead and spray down my face and sort of try to diffuse this a little bit. Alright, you guys, so as I'm patting down my face, my makeup is breaking up right here. This is a step that I usually take when I'm looking too powdery. I just spray down my face with like setting spray, and I kind of wait for it to dry a little bit, and then I start patting things down so things can really melt together. And some things are picking up right here. I'm not surprised, really, but that would be frustrating. Like, if you're ready to go out and you're just like trying to perfect your makeup, that is a really frustrating situation. So I just wanted to make sure that I point that out to you guys. I'm gonna try to cover it up and see where it gets us for the purposes of this video, but I could definitely see my skin like peeking through, so that's frustrating for sure. All right, so I think I just want to move on to brows. Like, I can't believe we've gone through all of this and I have not started on my eyes. Like, this is just a lot. This is a lot. I'm having mixed feelings and I'm hot. All right, y'all, so I have 2 different brow products that I'm gonna try today. This one is the Perfect Brows by Amuse Cosmetics. This is a beautiful brow set. And then I have a slim brow pencil from, let's see, I guess this would be AOA Studios. This pencil seems like it could break in a second, so let me be careful. I am more of like a pencil type of girl. So this is double-ended, and this is in the shade dark, was it dark brown? Oh, this is in the shade dark brown, yes. They had a few shades on the website, so hopefully dark brown like works out for me. And this is, oh, she seems dry. She definitely, oh my gosh, she definitely seems dry. So I'm gonna warm her up. So this is definitely like closer to, this is a nice chocolate brown. So and then we have this situation which kind of reminded me of the Wet n Wild brow kit, which I thought I wouldn't love, but I do love. So I said, let me go ahead and try this baby out. And this one is in the shade Dark. So again, the little tiny mirror, it has like these two really dark shades, this very pointless situation right here, which I won't use. It does have like brow stencils, which I'm not, I feel like that's for another video. That's just too complicated. This is what we're working with. So I guess I will start off with this brow pencil and see like kind of where it goes, and then I'll probably fill in with that brow kit. So I'm gonna use this to comb up the brows. Jesus, it combs up all right. Okay, you guys, so surprisingly I actually really like, I mean, I enjoy this eyebrow pencil. It's not like the best of the best, but it definitely gets it done. And it's just like, it's not too waxy, but like surprisingly the pigment's there. So I'm enjoying that. But I do want to fill in my brows with this a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna take this angled brush, and these almost like, they pretty much look black. So I'm gonna take the lighter of the darker shades, and I'm gonna sort of fill this in a little bit. Okay, so that was pretty quick, pretty easy. The brows are not looking like absolutely fantastic, but I mean, they work. Those two products together like work nicely. So I'm not mad at the brows. So we can finally like move on. Well, should we do highlight? You know, let's just get the highlight out the way real quick. And then we'll move on to the eyes. So for highlight, I have a couple of, let's see. No, actually, do I only have one highlight? Let's see, darling. Is it just one? I think I only picked out one highlighter, which is very surprising because I am a highlight queen. So what I can find in front of me, I don't know. So I guess I picked out this velour highlighter from AOA Studios, and this is in the shade 1319 Lucky. Oh my god, it is very creamy. It's very creamy. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Okay, so super creamy, like, oh god, I love it already. And the shade is really nice. It's like that champagne color. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna go ahead and try this on my face. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I'm excited. All right, since this is like a creamy consistency, I'm not gonna use my fan brush. So I'm gonna use like a more precise brush like this, and I'm gonna see what it looks like on the face. I'll actually use this on one side and then my finger on the other. Ooh, oh my god, this is so good. It's coming up so nicely. Oh god, this is definitely, oh my gosh. Okay, so this is something that you can build for sure, but if you take enough, it will, oh my god, it will be super blinding. You guys, I love this highlighter right off the bat. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna use my finger for this side. Oh lord, it is just as blinding as the other side. Okay guys, so right off the bat, this highlighter is my favorite product that I've used so far. I will be using that from now on. It is so creamy, so nice. Again, this is the shade Lucky, and it's like the perfect, ooh, it's the perfect shade, you guys. Alright you guys, so I cannot believe that I'm actually saying it, but we are moving on to the eyes finally. So I originally planned to place, I bought eyeshadow primer, and I cannot find it to save my life. Like, I'm as blind as a bat, so it's probably sitting right in front of me, but I just decided to use Fair Ivory, the concealer, to prime my eyes. And today we're actually going to be using this Amuse Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. They had a bunch of like eyeshadow palettes, which I was really surprised about, but oh god, come on now. we're not using that. But I decided to opt for this one. You know, the warm tones, the fall shades. I do have a few eyeshadow, like baked eyeshadows, which we're gonna get into in a second. So we're gonna start off with this eyeshadow palette. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, I did also pick out these eyeshadow brushes. Now, the packaging alone looks like the James Charles Artistry eyeshadow brushes. So I just want to see if it's like trying to be a dupe, a copycat, like what's going on. These brushes are very like, they're nice and sturdy, but let's see how they perform. They're nicely wrapped. I love me some like brand new like clean brushes. They feel really, really, really soft, by the way. Okay, so this is what they look like. Oh, trying to run away from me. Okay, so this is what they look like. They're looking really familiar. Let me go ahead and see if I can find a James Charles brush. Okay, so just by looking at the brushes that I have from the James Charles situation, they're definitely similar. I have a bunch of brushes in here, so it's hard to pick out one, but I would say that the quality of this is super soft. So if you know like Morphe brushes, they're a little bit, I don't want to say rough, but yeah, kind of rough. And these are just super like soft. They're not shedding so far, but let's see. I'm just gonna start off with this brush. This is, oh, they got like little names too. So this is from AOA Studio, by the way, and this is the E129 brush. I'm gonna use this as like the base brush. So I'm gonna start off with, I haven't swatched any of these, I haven't used any of these. I just figured we would go right in because swatches don't always say what it really is. So I'm gonna start off with this shade right here. Hey, there's not much fallout. It's kind of nice. All right, y'all. I'm gonna start off with that shade, which by the way, the pigment, I'm pleasantly surprised. Okay, so we're gonna use that shade closer to the brow bone up here, and then we're gonna kind of bring this down into the outer V. Damn, these shades are like, wow, this shade is blending really nicely. It feels like freaking butter. I'm like really surprised, really. Okay, so far I can say that these brushes feel immaculate, and these, well, that particular shade is blending like a dream. Like, I am not having any issues so far. So let's move on to a different brush. All right, so I'm gonna take this more like pencil precise brush right here. This is the E132, and I want to take a darker shade. Let's take this darker shade. This is like a darker brown. The only thing that I can say is that these don't have any mirrors in them, which kind of suck. Alright, you guys, so I built that up in the crease, and let me just tell you, like, the mattes in this palette are performing like really well. It was definitely like, it is pigmented right off the bat, and I'm able to actually build it up as well. So it's just a very good, God, I love it. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to continue to make the crease a little darker. So I'm gonna go into this like cranberry shade right here, same brush. So this shade, it seems like more of a shade that you need to stamp in. Oh God, I just love this color that's coming out. It's so beautiful. So I'm gonna take this brush right here. This is the E126 brush, and this would be more of that brush that you use to like blend everything. I am gently going around the edges because I don't really want to lose that color. I'm absolutely loving this palette. Like, I'm really trying to save my final thoughts for you guys. This palette is everything. Okay, so now what I'm gonna take is the E131 brush. This is more of a concealer brush, but what I want to do is take this darker purple right here, and I want to use this to place it like more in the crease area. And I'm just using this to stamp in. Alright, so this is what it's looking like. It's looking a little crazy. But what I'm going to do is take that cranberry shade again, and I'm just going to buff this out. Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna take that brush that we used earlier and I'm just going to clean up the edges. This is just coming out to be like the perfect like full eye, and I'm just living for it. I am noticing a little bit of patchiness right here, but I mean, I've had that experience when you know, you kind of try to like layer certain shadows, so it's not really a deal breaker for me, but I guess we'll see. Alright y'all, so I'm just dusting off the E131 concealer brush, and I do want to take a little bit of the liquid concealer in the shade Fair Ivory, and I just want to use that to clean up like the middle of the eye so we have a nice base for like any glitters. And this is totally not meant to be like a cut crease moment. I just want a nice base, like so we can put down like a nice shimmer shade. There's a couple of shimmers in here. Why is this is unbelievably pigmented. Hold on. This shimmer shade is like absolutely pigmented. I don't understand. Wow. Okay. Wow, these shimmers are they're actually really nice. So this is what the shimmers are looking like. They actually don't feel dry at all. They look dry as hell, but they're not. And when I was on the website, I actually seen, you know, this palette, and I was almost sure that it would be very like crusty and dry and like not pigmented at all, and that is part of the reason why I picked out these baked like eyeshadow situations. This is the AOA Studio Wonder Baked Eyeshadow. I picked out the shades Push Pop, which is a nice like gold bronze shade. Oh my god, this is like really dry. What's going on here? Okay, it's dry and it's non-existent. Let's try that again. Let's try it again. Hold on. Ugh. Okay. So it's dried and it's okay in pigment. This is what it's supposed to be. And then we have Toast. Super freaking dry. Okay, this is Toast. You can barely see it because it's literally so dry. Okay, so I guess we're sticking to the shimmers in here. I actually want to mix this cranberry shade and this shade. Well, I'll see. Okay. Alright, so I'm taking that concealer brush again and I'm gonna go into that dark cranberry shade. It actually picks up pretty nicely. Okay. I don't know, I'm finding myself having to dig into the shimmer shade, although it's showing up. She just needs a little like help. Okay, so that shade is okay. All right, I'm gonna go into this like bronze shade down here and see what that looks like. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, that bronze shade is literally everything. Literally, so good. Okay, so I'm gonna grab that bronze shade and just place it in the middle. Okay, so I am really enjoying that bronze shade. I didn't even wet it. I kind of want to wet it just to see what else like it can, you know, turn into. So I'm going to go ahead and spray down my brush a little bit and see if it can pop even more. You know what? I'm not even a fan of like bronzy shades, but like this looks incredible. And just a side note, you guys, as incredible as this like bronzing this bronze shade is looking, my makeup is cracking. She's cracking. I just noticed she was cracking around the lips. I had to, you know, she's cracking profusely, really bad. Like my nose is not holding up either. Oh god, but we have hope for the eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that light, super pigmented like shimmer shade. I just want to place that in the middle. Oh no, this is like, oh man, I should have just left it alone. Damn, I should have just left this thing alone. I don't like it turning like a weird color. All right, we're just gonna have to make her work. Okay, I'm just taking that dark purple shade and closing her up so she doesn't look too crazy. Yeah, the mattes don't seem to blend extremely well with the like shimmers. I see a little bit of like patchiness over here, which is kind of disappointing. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know, I was noticing a little bit of patchiness with that purple shade, like kind of like, you know, from the beginning. So I don't know, and blending this out actually makes it worse. You see like a huge hole right there, and that's the darkest shade in this palette. So I don't know, the eyes are kind of starting to look like a hot mess now, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this waterproof She Makeup matte eyeliner. It feels like a freaking toy. The packaging is kind of like, I don't know if you guys can see this, kind of weird. Oh god, it's one of those tips. It's one of those really hard tips. It reminds me of that Wet n Wild one. I cannot think of it, but it has like a really, I don't know if you guys can see, it's a very, very hard tip. Can you see that? Ooh, I don't know, I don't like it. Well, we're gonna use that, I guess. It dries out as like we're going along the lash line. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. This eyeliner is complete garbage. Don't like it at all. However, I did grab a couple other liners. This is the pencil eyeliner in the shade Chocolate, and then I have the pencil eyeliner in the shade Nude, and I guess we're gonna do the lower lash line with these. All right, you guys, so this is Nude. Hopefully it comes up like that on the eye, and this is Chocolate. I'm gonna take the shade Nude and I'm gonna hit the waterline. I'm just noticing I have like literal fallout everywhere. Alright y'all, Nude is like literally barely showing up. It's super hard to get into the waterline. You have to really dig it in there. It kind of hurts. Oh yeah, that hurts. Okay, let's take the shade Chocolate and put it right under there. I don't know y'all, these eyeliners are pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie. Let me close that up with like a brownish shade. Honestly, I had a lot of hope for like this eyeshadow look, and I'm actually really like sad about it now. Like, it looks a hot mess now. It probably doesn't show up that bad on camera, but oh lord, lord. Let's just move on to lashes. We're gonna move on to lashes. For some reason, I picked out like 3 pairs of lashes because I was really excited about, I guess, the pricing. So I have these AOA Studio natural hair lashes. They have like an invisible band. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then I have these 3D foaming lashes in 1608 Melissa. Apparently they were $1, $1.55. They look okay. And then I think what I'm most excited about is the AOA Studio natural lashes. It comes in a pack of 6, and these look, do these not look identical to, is it the Demi Wispies? I don't know, I could be wrong. The Demi Wispies by Ardell. They look exactly alike. So this is in the style Alexis, and they're supposed to be lightweight and comfortable, and apparently they were $5.80. So that is beautiful. So I'm actually going to use these lashes. I do not ever change my eyelash glue. I don't ever try out any eyelash glue at all. I always use the duo lash glue, whether it's the clear adhesive, the dark adhesive. The dark adhesive is my favorite, but I actually picked out this super strip lash adhesive that's supposed to be super strong, and this is from AOA Studio. It's supposed to be waterproof, hypoallergenic, no irritation. It has a brush on and it's clear. Let's see. Here's what it looks like. I don't know. Oh my goodness. I didn't even, like, I barely took this off the packaging and a freaking piece of the lash fell off. I'm already over this. Now I'm gonna have to, I was gonna go ahead and just like add them as the length they are, which I do sometimes when I'm lazy, and now I have to actually like trim them. They're already really sticky. I'm gonna add some lash glue. I'm very picky when it comes to my lash glue. So by the way, you guys, I bought this little like pin. It's like a hair pin and it says Queen, but this fell off of it. I'm so mad. Like, it would have been so cute, but I don't know what happened. Okay, so I'm letting the lashes dry a little bit. I do have some lip colors that I want to swatch for you guys. I've already swatched it like off of camera because I really, truly, honestly could not help myself, and I apologize for that. Jeez, I got like a few lip liners here. Okay. I really went in on these lip products. So I have all these lip products here that I purchased. I think they were like $1 each, so I just went crazy. So I want to go ahead and swatch some of these for you. So I have 3 lip liners, I have 3 lipsticks, and I have 2 like liquid matte lipsticks. I'm not a big fan of matte, but these shades look really nice. Alrighty, so for the lip liners, I got them all in from the same brand. This is from LA Colors. So this is the LA Colors lip liner pencil. Apparently I got like 50 shades of brown. I don't know, like I love me a good brown. You're not gonna judge me because I don't judge you. This one is in the shade Hazelnut. This is definitely a brown that I would use. It has like a nice like red undertone. This one right here is in the shade Cappuccino. Okay, I changed my mind. I would use that one. They kind of dry though. They're definitely kind of dry. I think they'll be a little rough on the lips. And then I got this one here called Chocolate. Ooh, okay. So I like all of them. They're definitely dry as hell. Like, I have to say that. Just have to point that out. And then as far as the lipsticks go, I got 3 shades. So I got these 2 shades from Amuse Cosmetics. This one here is called Truffle. She just fell out. She looked like the whole thing just fell out, and I seen this yesterday when it came in a little bit, but I was like, no, it's not gonna fall all the way out. Why would it do that to me? And it literally just fell all the way out. But this is what she looks like. It's sad because the shade is really nice, but she's acting up already. It's nice and creamy. This shade is called Sunset. This was one of my favorites. It's like a nice peach shade right here. And then this shade right here is from Amuse Cosmetics as well, but it has different packaging, and this is in the shade Wink Wink. It's looking a little rough, I'm not gonna lie. And this is what she looks like. This one is more like on the creamier, like shiny side, and it's very, very light. So there's that. And then before I apply my lashes, these are the 2 matte liquid lipsticks from Amuse Cosmetics. This one is in the shade, so I'll just leave the shades in the description box because it's not showing me. But here's this shade, which I'm actually really obsessed with. And by the way, when I swatched these yesterday, they did not come off. Literally did not come off my hand. And this is the second shade. Ooh, this brown is everything. I think I'm gonna use this today. And they literally smell like, okay, so if you grew up in New York, you always had like the icy man come by, and like the cherry like rainbow, the rainbow flavor. Oh, smells delicious. So those are the lips, and we'll get into that in a second. Let me go ahead and apply these lashes. I'm like kind of scared. Alright, y'all, so I have to say that applying these lashes was like super freaking easy. Like this glue, like once it's dried down to like almost being completely dry, is super sticky, which is really, really helpful. So I'm pleasantly surprised at this like lash glue. I'm still sort of waiting for them to dry, but I have to say that these lashes look really, really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and add this LA Colors Dramatic Lash Volume Mascara. I've never used this mascara, and you can't really tell like once you have lashes on like how it's performing. But I am going to use them on my lower lashes as well, and hopefully it doesn't ruin already what's a mess of this look. Here's what the mascara looks like, and this is in the shade Black. Okay, it has a really thick like applicator. Okay, so the mascara seems like it does what it needs to do. So I guess what's left for us to do is move on to lips. So I swatched everything on the back of my hand for you guys. Of course, these are not really moving. And I think I have an idea of what I want to use on my lips. Alright, so I'm going to take the shade Hazelnut, which is the first liner that we swatched. And I'm just going to line my lips. As I suspected, this is a little bit dry. It's not like absolutely crazy like feeling, but it's definitely dry. So I'm gonna move on to the actual lip shade. I'm gonna take this dark brown shade. I really don't know the names of this. I don't know why the names are not on here. It really sucks. But this is like the darker brown one, and this is gonna be matte. It does not gonna move. This is a really nice shade, but I know it's gonna make my lips feel like the Sahara Desert. I'm already expecting that. So what I want to do is put like a cream shade. I'm gonna put Truffle in the middle, and Truffle's the one that like completely fell out, so I'm gonna be very careful. Okay, the two of those together feel absolutely amazing. I was gonna go ahead and like put like a gloss on that is completely not a part of this, but I'm just gonna leave it like this, you guys. Lordy. All right, you guys, and this is the final look. If this is not a full look, I don't know what is. I'm giving you complete like vampire vibes, and I love it. Like I love the theme of this look. Like I feel like the color scheme is everything, but we got to get down to these products, you guys. Listen, you know what, I'm gonna tell you what I was impressed with. I was impressed with this eyeshadow palette for sure. I think that this purple shade right here was like, it's something that you really have to finagle. It wasn't my favorite. This blush palette was great. The lashes are great. The blush sticks are amazing. I really enjoy this shaping and strobing kit. And as far as the foundations, I think that they were great in their own way. They were two completely different foundations, so I would use both of them on their own. The concealer stick I would use 100%. Like that was like one of my favorites because it did have like a good amount of like pigment, and I loved it, and the shade was really nice. The concealer, I think the concealer is great in a way. Here's why I think it's great. I think I shouldn't have left it on for too long. I think that was where I went wrong, and this is what's causing this cracking, and it's becoming a lot. It's becoming a lot, and it's super full coverage though, so I would use it again. I just wouldn't let it sit. I would not let it sit, and I would kind of use it with like maybe more hydrating products. So the concealer was like, I have to try it again. The lip liners were really, it was kind of dry. The lipsticks were okay. This matte lipstick under here is not horrible. The shade is really nice, but it's a lot, but it is pigmented, so there's that. I have to test out the rest of these lashes. The sponges were great. The sponges were amazing. The primer was awesome. Like I really liked it. I would actually like use it again. The thing that I really did not like was the eyeliner, like the pencil liner, the liquid liner. It was a no. It was an absolute no. These little baked shadows, it's a hell no. Like I wouldn't use it again. I really like these brushes though. These brushes were amazing. Did I mention the eyebrow products? They were actually like, they were good. I like them. What else am I missing? Oh, this lash glue. I love it. I love this lash glue. It's actually really nice. If I'm missing anything else, I guess it wasn't like worth remembering, but I think I got everything. The only thing that I didn't get to use today was this blush, because I already had like a lot of blush going on. The face products were really surprised. Oh, the highlighter. The highlighter was great. Sorry guys. Okay, the highlighter was stunning. Like one of my favorites out of this whole thing. But the face products in general were very pigmented. They were very buildable, very pigmented. I really was surprised. Especially the concealer blew my mind. To be honest with you, I think I really enjoyed this. I'm surprised to say, but I really enjoyed this whole entire experience. And I know I say that with every experience, but this experience in general was like an 8 out of 10. There were some products where I was like, why is this even here? But it didn't give me like a Dollar Tree like ugh sort of vibe. It kind of gave me like, I don't know, there were like a lot of really good products here. So I enjoyed today like a lot. So an 8 out of 10 is what I would give this. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want me to test out any other makeup or products from any other stores or websites, whatever, go ahead and drop it down below. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video or today's look. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.